When 8 riotous Aussie laddettes came to an old-fashioned English finishing school, there was boot camp.
Could we take out some of these piercings?
No!
And a battle of wills.
Do not be insolent!
The demanding school curriculum and exacting social events proved too much for some.
Your cuffs are filthy.
But equipped others with new skills
Enthusiasm.
and confidence.
I actually passed at something!
4 girls have already been sent packing. Now the girls will take to the stage when they put on a midsummer's revel. They'll take a bow before one is told it's the final curtain.
Let's send her home.
It's been 5 weeks since 8 Aussie laddettes first arrived at Hereford Hall. Now they are 4, and this morning there's a dramatic development.
What's a Midsummer Night's Revel?
Fuck no.
This week the girls will mount a midsummer's revel, an evening of poetry, song and dance.
It will be your challenge to entertain our 40 prestigious guests with befitting and enchanting performances.
Okie dokie, George! If you think about it, this is going to be kind of cool because, like,
I told you.
stage performance, acting, and we all know we're a bunch of acturs. That's happening.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Meet Kayla Edwards. Life for this ladette has been far from romantic.
I've been in about 7 different foster homes. You wake up and you're in a new bed in a new place with new rules. It's crazy.
Back home, she was spinning out of control.
I don't have a job. I don't even have a goal in life. I just get wasted.
And desperate to change.
I have nowhere to go. If I don't do something soon, I have nothing.
But since she's arrived at Hereford Hall, she's dug her heels in. And now she's at war with herself.
I don't want to give up, but at the same time, I don't know if this is the right thing for me.
Last week, Kayla sealed her fate.
I don't give a fuck what you are. You're an asshole.
Do not swear. You are a total waste of time as far as I'm concerned.
But the teachers took pity, and Kayla escaped expulsion.
They should have got rid of me. Kelly could have done so much more.
Good morning, girls.
When the girls begin work on their costumes,
Because you are going to be sprites and creatures of magical loveliness.
Kayla wants to prove to Lady Devonport that she deserves to stay.
I think this challenge is going to be one of the best challenges so far. I'm very excited about it. I definitely feel motivated, more motivated this week. I think last week with Kelly leaving was just a big wake-up call for me to just get my butt into gear.
But as the girls set to work with needle and thread, hasty Kayla stitches herself up.
I sewed my sleeve up.
You did, didn't you?
But it's okay.
All right, well, please be very careful with it. She had too much confidence. She went like a bull in a china shop, which I think's her anyway, crashing in there, doing it, not thinking it through, and sewing up her arm, getting the blue thread on the wrong side. And she was sort of having a good idea, but she wasn't really working out how to make her idea happen.
Kayla's plan to impress has completely unravelled.
Let's hope you haven't made it too small.
What I want you to do is to sing it entirely on your own this time, OK?
In singing class, it seems one ladette is less concerned with impressing the teacher than her friends.
Now, could we have a little bit more animation in the face?
On yonder hill there stands a creature. Who she is I do not know. Oh, no. No, don't.
Come on, you're wrecking it.
If there was a degree in fooling about, Shari Linney would be a master of the art. This 20-year-old from Perth came from a good family, but she's gone to the dogs. Since her arrival at Hereford Hall, she's played the fool.
I'm not going back to Australia
Her showmanship has not impressed the teachers.
I think you're here on holiday.
Would I be wearing this on holiday?
She's very immature, and it worries me that she just simply doesn't have the self-control.
If she fails at the Midsummer Revel, however, the last laugh will be on her.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Shari seems determined to turn the revel into a farce.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's more at stake than the public performance. The principal is concerned about what might happen in private.
We have bachelor's day. And of course, as always, I am so worried about this.
Etiquette teacher Mrs. Brewer is attempting to prepare the girls for the perils that lie ahead.
Here you have some young men coming to stay. They are going to try and get their way with you, aren't they?
These girls, they may think they're up to it, but trouble is, once the young men arrive, it seems their brain takes over in another direction.
Let me explain to you about the biological makeup of a man. Men are chasers. They have to hunt. But men want what they can't get.
But if you get what you want, doesn't that make you want to have...
No, they cast it aside.
I wouldn't want someone to chase and chase and chase me and then just give up, you know?
A man chases a woman until she catches him. If you make it easy, you're not special. You've got to show them who's in control. A lady is always in control. Yes.
But self-control continues to evade one laddette.
It's going to be good having the boys over. We've been waiting for this day since we got here.
Back in Melbourne, Jessica Shaw-Wolford eats men for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Her appetite for male attention is insatiable.
Do I make you horny, baby? Do I?
I change boyfriends like I change my underwear. One night stands are wicked.
And she's become an expert in a certain kind of performance. It's a skill she should have left behind. But at Hereford Hall, Jessica has continued on her diet of men.
Simply disgusting.
The teachers, however, have refused to give up on her.
It will work, I promise you.
And today, the principal has prepared a test for this lascivious laddette. To see if Jessica has become less flirtatious, Mrs. Harbord has laid a honey trap.
He's a very handsome young man, and I will be very interested to see if Jessica can actually have self-control.
Hard worker. Good technique in the raking.
Initially, Jessica resists the temptation.
Hi girls. Do you have maybe a glass of water or
Yeah, I'll get you a glass of water.
I really need a lighter as well, if possible.
A lighter? There should be one on the ground. Just here, babe.
But soon her curiosity gets the better of her, and she abandons her rehearsals.
Got those bushes over there? We should go trim the hedges together.
After this performance, once again, Jessica has fallen woefully short of the principal's expectations. At Hereford Hall, the girls are preparing for the performance of their lives. An enchanting evening of music, poetry and dance before a gathering of society stalwarts.
I am feeling really worried. We have some very prestigious guests coming, and it has to be done impeccably. No room for mistakes.
Poetry recital was once an essential element of a lady's repertoire.
Good afternoon, girls.
In elocution, Mrs. Forrester assumes the worst
I've got such a lot to do.
and is pleasantly surprised.
Do you like poetry? Have you ever read any poetry?
I used to write quite a bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
What sort of verses did you write?
Not really good stuff. It was most
No,
of
it
it was
doesn't
pretty
matter.
angry.
It doesn't matter. Well, it was angry poetry, was it?
A lot of it was, yeah.
But 21-year-old Danelle Gomans is hardly poetic when it comes to expressing her feelings.
What the fuck are you doing? It's not a fucking cycle car.
This tough nut will do anything to hide the girl within.
I talk like a bloke, I think like a bloke.
When Donnell arrived at Hereford Hall, she came out swinging.
Could we take out some of these piercings?
No. Okay, I'll try harder.
Okay, I'll try harder.
And battled the teacher's efforts to soften her up.
I know exactly what they're trying to do. Picking on us because they want to break us down or whatever.
Gradually, her walls came down.
You have so much to offer. You have.
And a sweeter Donnell was briefly glimpsed.
I feel happier now that I've kind of let my guard down more just so I can relax more.
This to a woman.
Mrs. Forrester is discussing love and loss. The subject prompts a personal inquiry.
Donnell, how do you find the English gentlemen?
Oh, they're nice enough, but they don't interest me.
Why not? What's wrong with them?
They just don't appeal to me, and I got burned once and then put walls up so nobody could even get to me, let alone hurt me.
I just sometimes wonder if she is actually very, very vulnerable inside. Somebody may have got in there and really hurt her.
Most people haven't seen the soft side of me. I've had a pretty bad relationship in the past where I was treated pretty badly and, roughly on occasions. But in love is where you get hurt the most, more than anything, so you have to build your trust in love again and in men in general because you just lose all that. Since there's no help, come, let us kiss and part. Nay, I have done, you get no more of me, and I am glad, yea, glad with all of my heart, that thus so cleanly I myself can free.
Which part of that was the easier bit?
Not being angry. The last, when you
Was
changed
it?
Yeah.
Well done.
All the girls are going to need confidence and encouragement if they're to pull off the performance tomorrow. At the end of a hard day's work, rehearsing and making their costumes, comes a reward.
Yeah. Mrs. Harpold's got something to tell you.
Mrs. Schrager and I think that you would benefit from a little break. And so we're going to allow you to go to the pub until 10 o'clock only.
You've got £10 each to go off and have a drink.
An unwell Kayla stays behind, while the other three girls
Moderation.
head for the pub. And of course, it's another test.
Behind every opportunity lies a huge temptation.
Can and will they now drink moderately and respect their curfew?
We're Aussie laddettes.
Aussie ladies.
They gave us £10 to try and get pissed.
That's
like giving a whore 5 cents, you're not going to get very much.
Where do we find these girls? Jesus.
You shouldn't be speaking like that.
Elocution isn't the only lesson they've forgotten.
So you can have
You're not
sex
meant to do
before
that.
work.
That's not
Yeah, no,
ladylike.
definitely not.
It's not ladylike.
These girls have a fondness for the bottle. None more so than Jessica. Whilst at Hereford Hall, she's shown an unparalleled commitment to all things alcoholic.
You've had a little bit too much to drink tonight, though.
Well, I'm feeling good.
Yes, I bet you are.
And disgraced herself on a number of occasions.
I think it's time that I go to bed.
You were supposed to be the shining light, and you get drunk.
Yes.
Will alcohol once again prove to be her downfall? Inventing a cocktail for herself, Jessica ensures her modest budget goes straight to her head.
Break your bowl like that.
See this, girls? See this?
I'm not
It's
wasting it.
gin and that cider beer.
On her terms, Jessica has succeeded,
What is this with
but it's not what the principal had in mind. It's almost 10 o'clock, and the teachers are waiting.
Just stand there, please. Stand there. Gosh, what a smell of alcohol. Now, would you like to step forward here, please?
They're well versed in the ways of the devious laddette.
Now, just watch my pen. This is serious.
The principal's sobriety test proves especially tricky for one laddette.
You seem to be wobbling a little bit.
Yes.
Will you stand on one leg, please?
I have a really bad ear problem, and I do not have balance because of my ears.
Will you manage to stay upright normally?
Well, I don't think you understand how bad my balance is because of my ear problem.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't been falling all over the place in that case, Jessica.
Because I'm not falling all over the place now.
From what you're saying, we should have seen you fall over.
I'm just...
Right,
off
you go.
Good night.
Jessica's feeble excuses fall on deaf ears.
Oh shit, Jess is a lightweight.
I have bad ears, which is... Your ears is what contemplates your balance. If you can't hear properly, or if you can't... how do you explain it?
Finding herself in a jam, Jessica tries another tactic.
I know that I'm getting sent home next, so I don't honestly right now.
How do you know you're getting sent?
Because I know that I have not. I know I am. I know.
If you're going to give up like this, and
I'm not giving up.
Just stop it now. Just grow up and get on with it and show me what you're made of. Pull yourself together.
Jessica has been tested twice and failed on each occasion. The teachers are losing their patience, and soon there may be real cause for tears. It's the morning of the revel, and tonight the girls will take centre stage with ladylike performances. Jessica has already compromised both her honour and purity, and now it's up to the teachers to save her from harm.
Jessica, you shall not be allowed to drink during the evening's proceedings.
The teachers now turn to Jessica's penchant for men.
Sit down.
An etiquette teacher, Mrs. Brewer, is drafted in for the job.
You crave male attention. Well, Jessica, you do.
It's probably because I didn't have male attention until I was 16.
You didn't?
No, I was a full-on tomboy. I used to wear $10 boys' trackies from the men's store and $5 men's T-shirts. And as soon as I turned 16, I started, dyeing my hair and started wearing makeup and started hanging out with boys.
Stripping, does that give you confidence?
That gives me confidence.
It gives you confidence.
And it sounds pathetic. It makes me feel like a woman. I don't know, all males are like, I wonder, I don't know, just kind of makes me feel...
You like to be the centre of attention?
Yeah.
How are you going to break that habit?
I don't know.
How old are you?
19.
19. You're the only one who can actually solve this. You can decide what you're going to do and which direction you're going to go in. But at the end of the day, you have to do it.
I don't want to be 40 years old, still hitting the pub, still thinking I'm looking hot and still trying to pick up. By that time, I want to be settling down and have my life set out for the rest of my life and be content with myself, not have to strive for love or try and find love everywhere I go.
But Jessica's not the only girl who's finding the going tough. At the Midsummer Revel, Shari will recite a poem. But in Mrs. Forrester's elocution class, her mind is on other things.
Ready? Go. Oh, lovely pussy. Oh, pussy, my love.
Go on, Shari.
What a beautiful pussy.
You're talking to a cat, for goodness sake.
Don't swap piece of paper.
No.
So far at Hereford Hall, Shari has squandered her chances.
You put up such a marvellous act.
She is the epitome of the perfect future.
Epitome, not epitome.
There were signs she wants to grow up.
Well, I just got to get down and do it so I can succeed at something.
But now she's undermining herself yet again.
Crying because it's so deep.
Mrs. Forrester is worried Shari will spoil the occasion, not just for herself, but everybody else.
I am definitely going to be there in the background because I actually have a reputation to keep.
And I'm glad, yea, glad with all my heart, that thus so cleanly...
During some private tuition, Mrs. Forrester pushes Shari to the limit.
Forever. Now, at the last...
Shari!
Slow the pace.
It sort of seems like I'm back at school, and at school I was pretty useless at everything. I am actually really trying, but I seem to be failing. I'm pretty disappointed in myself for being a failure and not finding anything that I'm good at. Knowing that I've given up on the past makes me want to not give up, makes me want to keep going here, but I don't know whether I can.
It's the evening of the Midsummer Revel, and the guests are starting to arrive. But the performers are behind schedule.
Hurry up, girls, hurry up, because you really must be done. You've got precisely now 16 minutes to go. Good evening.
As the girls prepare for curtain up, the guests gather with anticipation in the garden below.
The whole evening sounds extremely ambitious.
I would say the whole performance thing is a bit of a risk because the girls can sing, if the costumes work, if the lines work, it's amazing. If not, a bit of a disaster.
Suddenly, tonight's challenge has become a terrifying reality.
I'm shaking and I feel sick because I'm freaking out.
We have a magical evening, a magical setting for our Midsummer Night's Revels. So please just enjoy your evening with us. Thank you.
I think I just shit my pants.
Kayla is first on with a reading from A Midsummer Night's Dream.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all will be mended. That you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear. Gentles, do not reprehend, for if you pardon, we shall mend.
Jessica draws attention with befitting modesty. Even Danelle sings with a smile on her lips.
If I may not be your lover, madam, will you let me go? Oh, no, John, no, John, no, John, no.
She looks so feminine and soft. I'm really thrilled with her.
This is beyond my imagination. I didn't think they would achieve this.
So far, so good. And now the girls form an angelic chorus.
Alas, my love, you do me wrong.
Only to produce an unholy sound.
Discourteously, green sleeves was all my joy. Green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold, and who but my lady green sleeves?
Let's see what happens next. Let's see what happens next.
The girls are losing their audience. And now only Shari's performance can save them.
Slowly. Because remember what I said to you, they hear this all once. And this is your moment. Okay. Is there chairs out there? I'll go and set the chairs for you. Take your time.
But Shari has only ever known failure.
Since there's no hope, come, let us kiss and part. Nay, I am done, you get no more of me. And I am glad, yea, glad with all my heart, that thus so cleanly I myself can free. Now, at the last gasp of love's latest breath, when all have given him over, from death to life, thou mightst him yet recover.
Shari has delivered with clarity and passion.
You did it. Good girl.
That was very good. Excellent. Yeah, which was really special.
Shari has saved the show and conquered herself.
I didn't give up and I didn't fail. I busted my balls to do what I did tonight. I'm so happy.
All the hard work has paid off, and for once, these girls can be proud of themselves. The performance is over. The girls can bask in their success. True to her word, Jessica hasn't touched a drop of alcohol all night and entertains her bachelor with all the composure of a lady.
Have you enjoyed yourself tonight?
Of course I have. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, had fun.
Would you like a bit of tea?
Is it tea?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Got a bit of brandy in it. So. No, I'm joking.
Scared me then?
Shari, however, does not follow Jessica's example.
Oh my God! There's something in it. Shari, come on.
The guests are bid farewell. And the bachelors are shown to their rooms.
You behave yourself.
When a drunken Shari is sent to bed, she makes a suggestive gesture at a bachelor. And it's spotted.
Shari! I saw that sticking out your tongue like that. I saw you do that. What did you just do then?
Poke my tongue out.
You poked your tongue like that, didn't you?
It wasn't at you. It wasn't.
I saw you doing that to the young men there. Right, I want you to go to bed now.
No sooner is Mrs. Schrager's back turned than the teacher's worst fears are realized. Boys will be boys. And bachelors will be bachelors. Kayla's virtue is under siege, but her half-hearted attempts to protect it raise the alarm.
Will you please come up here now? Out!
Terry, can I grab my shoes?
Out!
I'm going to grab my shoes. Sorry.
Out! I tell you what, you behave yourself, because otherwise I am going to be on the warpath, and I mean that. Out! Out!
With Mrs. Schrager distracted, Kayla parties on with gay abandon.
I don't give a fuck if Schrager comes in. That's not a bitch.
I am not amused by this at all.
No, I can tell you.
In fact, I rather find it tiresome.
Mrs. Schrager is losing patience, but with boy and booze now gone, Kayla is in no mood to go to bed quietly.
You're just doing exactly what you want, Kayla.
I always do.
Ah, really? You don't believe in any rules or regulations or any discipline?
No, anarchy! Anarchy! No, I don't care anymore.
Babe, you've come so far.
I don't care.
Kayla is being so willful tonight. She thinks this is all so funny. In fact, she seems to She just doesn't seem to care.
Defiant to the last, Kayla drinks her way towards serious trouble. It's the morning after the revel, and the laddettes must be up early to prepare a hearty breakfast for their overnight guests. But Kayla is still drunk.
I'm just a little bit, what's the word? Excited this morning.
So far, only Danelle has made it to the kitchen. Worried that breakfast will be late, Mrs. Harbord investigates. She is not pleased with what she finds.
I don't think that is appropriate this morning, Kayla.
Sorry.
I think, actually, to be quite honest, that you're still suffering from alcohol.
I think you might be right.
What's this?
A balloon.
I know exactly what this is. Of course, when you're drunk, it must appear very funny.
I bet you I'd laugh if I was sober.
But drunk or not, Kayla is due in the kitchen.
You know, unfortunately, she has no idea what she's doing. Try and point her in the right direction. But she's still drunk.
Well, I think that it's going to be quite a while before
It's going to be a prolonged breakfast.
Yes.
In the dining room, the guests are waiting for a full English breakfast. But in the kitchen, it's a full-on disaster. And Kayla couldn't care less.
I woke up drunk, and now I'm pissed off that I'm not drunk anymore.
20 minutes tick by. Now Mrs. Schrager can stand it no more and sets off on a collision course with Kayla.
Come on, Kayla, you're ruining it.
Oh, well, I don't really care, Mrs. Schrager.
What do you mean you don't care?
I mean, I don't care for a ruined it.
And it just came together, so if you're going to yell at me for it, I don't care.
Don't do that to me! Look at me in that ghastly way. And I mean that, ghastly way. It really is so rude. I think you want to be petulant for no reason at all. Yes, you see, that is so rude and arrogant. It's arrogant. You know what? You stay in that sink.
Kayla is discharged from duty.
Right, okay.
And Mrs. Schrager takes control of the kitchen.
Deep breath, Shari. 3 scrambled eggs, 5 Benedict, okay? So get yourself 5 plates out, please. Come on, let's go for it. 5 plates. No time for excuses at this point. Right, okay, let's go for it.
At long last, breakfast appears.
I'm very disappointed. I'm really disappointed in this morning.
Mrs. Schrager has saved their bacon at breakfast. But have the laddettes done enough to save themselves? It's the end of another dramatic week at Hereford Hall. And now it's time for assessments. The teachers will cross-examine each girl individually, assessing their performance in class and at the Midsummer's Revel. This will be the final expulsion before next week's graduation ceremony. And a car awaits to take the last laddette away. First before the teachers is Danelle. This week she sang like an angel. And after a surprising admission,
Do you like poetry?
I used to write quite a bit.
revealed her softer side
I got burned once and then put walls up so nobody could even get to me, let alone hurt me.
and showed a real willingness to leave her anger behind her.
Anger doesn't suit you. It really doesn't. We've seen a different Danelle emerge. We have.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Next to face the music is Jessica. She danced with grace at the Midsummer Revel and behaved like a true lady in front of the bachelors.
You enjoyed yourself tonight?
But earlier in the week, she failed the principal's tests, returning drunk from the pub.
Will you stand on one leg, please?
And making lewd advances to the gardener.
Oh, those bushes over there? We should go trim the hedges.
The gardener told me, and I was absolutely horrified, that you inquired about a very personal trimming service. You failed both tests badly.
How did you feel spending the entire evening not drinking?
Felt really good. I felt a lot more composed than usual.
Was that a breakthrough for you?
Yes.
Your dance routine was excellent. It wasn't vulgar.
I've never really had anyone really be really happy with me dancing like that before, so it was really
With your clothes on.
Kayla started the week full of good intentions. And her recital went down well. But last night, bad Kayla reappeared. And wouldn't go away.
I know exactly what this is.
Even the following day.
Kayla, you're ruining it.
Oh, well, I don't really care, Mrs. Schrager.
What do you mean you don't care?
I mean, I don't care for I've ruined it.
We thought you'd turned a corner. However, we're all disappointed.
Impertinence. Inexcusable rudeness. Total lack of respect.
And your behaviour this morning was just a continued act of defiance. You were drunk.
I was.
That is not acceptable.
Even though it may seem like I haven't tried, I have been determined, and I have tried my very hardest.
You may go.
Shari's week was a comedy of errors. She played the fool in the singing class.
Oh, no, don't.
And made a mockery of poetry reading.
Oh, lovely pussy. Oh, pussy, my love.
Go on, Shari.
It looked like Shari might turn the revel into a fiasco. But on the night, her performance saved the day. But later, the laddette within reappeared in front of the vice principal.
Shari, I saw that sticking out your tongue like that. I saw you do that. Last night you were drunk. Would you like to show the other teachers what you did to the young man?
Can I just tell you rather than show you?
No, I want you to show them because I thought it was revolting. Show them. No, it wasn't that. You wiggled your tongue. And I was shocked. Disgusting.
I would have sent her home last week.
Well, I'm not sure. I think she showed another side of her last night, and I think she has come on. But I think they're better girls to go through.
Let's send her home.
After careful deliberation, the teachers have reached a decision.
Girls, your Midsummer Night's revel was enchanting. You made us all at Hereford Hall very proud. However, Jessica, your idiotic and childish excuses have worn very thin. Kayla, you have not mastered your temper or conquered your penchant for alcohol. Shari, last night, poor Mrs. Schrager was treated to the most unsavoury act of drunken tongue-wiggling. Did you learn nothing in sexual etiquette? The girl that I am inviting to leave this week is Kayla.
Kayla, you've got 20 minutes to pack your bag. and the car will be down here waiting for you.
Thank you for everything. I'm so disappointed. I fucked up. I got a really good opportunity to do something worthwhile, and I didn't do it. I could have gotten through to the end, and I didn't, and that was my mistake. I'm leaving Hereford Hall as a much nicer Kayla. No, not a laddette, not a lady, just a more refined version of myself. Don't cry, your uncle's gonna kill you, God. Don't make my mistake, guys. Don't do it. Because it might be a relief to know that you're going home, but it sucks to know that you wasted so much time. Thank you for everything.
Good.
Glad you said thank you.
It's the only time she's been gracious.
Be good. Anarchy! Anarchy!
Next time, 3 girls compete for a lady's crown at an illustrious graduation ceremony.
Lady Susan Hereford.
Before they can make an entrance into high society,
I thought there was an ominous wobble.
they'll be tested on all they've learned.
This is one of the biggest challenges we have ever had.
They'll build on their foundations. But in the final analysis,
I want to say goodbye to the past 4 years of my life and hello to a bright and better future.
only one girl will be crowned a lady.